4. 4 is the number of cars that I am currently up to. So you guys know that I already have a couple vehicles. So the first one that we have right here is my Mini Cooper. This is the car that's been worked on probably the most out of all of my cars. I'm just in the middle of putting it back together. So we had to take the engine out. I did a whole bunch of service to this car this winter. Brake lines had to be changed out. A lot of the rear end came out. It basically got completely restored. In the front of the car, you guys can see that there's the new oil cooler. If you guys didn't see that video, you guys can find a link to it. I showed you guys how to install a billet oil cooler from RPM Powered. I have a bunch more stuff going on this car, but let me show you the other cars that I have first. So that is car number 1. That one has been in the garage the most. It's been on jack stands the most. It's been the biggest pain in my ass, but that's the one that I'm still working on to this day. Now I have 2 other cars other than the new one that I just bought. So this is my girlfriend's Mini. This is my brother's Daily. It's a Nissan Altima. His car, his FRS, is tucked away inside this shed. Same thing with my Z that I have back here. This is my Honda Accord. This is a 2009. It's got a 2.4 liter in it. It's reliable, it works, it does the trick, but I bought another one. So if 3 2-door cars wasn't enough, I bought another 2-door car. So I gave you guys some hints as to what the vehicle is. Now, without actually fast forwarding, guys, please don't do it, don't cheat. I gave you guys some hints in a previous video, and some of you guys got close to it, but none of you guys actually nailed it on the money. So let me give you a rundown as to what the hints are again. So this is a German car. It's a 4-cylinder. It's turbocharged. And there was another thing that I told you guys. But regardless, here she is. I got another Mini. So this here is my 2009 Mini Cooper S. It's pepper white, just like the same color that I have on my current Mini that's inside the garage. The one inside the garage is a John Cooper Works. So this Mini has projector headlights. It has the JCW Aero kit that my Mini does not have. It's got hood scoop, it's got stripes on it, looks pretty decent. It came with a set of other wheels and tires, stock 17s. I ended up selling those for about 400 bucks. I have these wheels on right now. These are 16s. I don't really care too much about them. I have the JCW Aero Kit side skirt, and I also have the JCW Aero Kit rear bumper. Now you're probably thinking, Milan, why the hell did you buy another piece of junk? Well, cool enough. This Mini doesn't work, kind of like the one that I have inside the garage. It's a 4-banger, just like my Mini. It's turbocharged, just like mine. And well, there's not that many differences other than this has the body kit that I want. So this JCW Aero kit, this is actually quite rare of a kit. And even if you guys want to buy this from the manufacturer, from Mini, or even from some other website, it's not a cheap kit. I was able to pick up this entire car for $3,000, and that on its own is less than what this kit goes for painted in this color. The cheapest that I found this was like close to $3,000 American plus paint, and I live in Canada, so that means that I have to import it too. And with the exchange rate, that makes it even more expensive. So considering I found this whole vehicle that works, runs, drives, there's some issues with it, but of course it's a Mini. But I mean, for $3,000, a little bit over $3,000, you can't go wrong with that. Now, what's cool enough is that my Mini is going to look kind of like this here, but not quite the same. It's going to have some upgrades. Let me show you what. So from the front of the car, you guys can see that this is a standard Mini, and this is the body kit. Now, what's cool about this body kit is that down here, this is a full grille, and this covers the entire intercooler. The top part here is the rad and the AC condenser. I'm actually taking out this entire bottom plastic piece, and I can replace it with another one that has these areas here on the sides open, so I can install brake ducts. As for the side of the car, this is the JCW Aero kit, and it has a cool little vent on the side. I'm going to swap this over with the one that I have on my car. But on my vehicle, I have the fender flares and the lower parts down here painted on my Mini. The same thing goes for the rear flares, and the same thing goes for the rear bumper. So on my car, all of this is painted. What I eventually want to do is maybe even paint up these pieces here so that I keep the entire body matched fender kit on my car. I really like that look. Now, on the back end of the car, you guys can see that we have the JCW Aero kit rear bumper, obviously. Now, down here, this lower portion of the rear bumper, this can actually come off. And if you guys are familiar with the Minis, you'll know that the Mini Cooper GP comes with a really cool looking diffuser that goes behind the car. It essentially sticks out probably this much past the car, and it makes the back end look extremely aggressive. And the fact that this car is the exact same color as my Mini for $3,000, I am very content with it. So I essentially purchased that entire car for the body kit. I honestly don't care about anything else on that thing. However, The body kit, so the front bumper with the brake ducts, the rear bumper with the rear diffuser thing, and the side skirts, that all is gonna be getting put on this Mini Cooper. So the brake ducts I don't have, and the rear diffuser I don't have. Or do I? So for the front of the car, we're gonna have a brake duct essentially right over here. So in between the intercooler and let's say the front fog light area, we'll have a duct that's gonna allow air to go from the front of the car to inside the wheel well area and cool down everything. Now, the really cool thing is that all of these parts are genuine parts from Mini. Now, every single one of these things means that it's going to be a perfect fit and we're not gonna have to worry about, let's say, an aftermarket part. So the Mini Cooper JCW GP, I don't know the actual name of it, but the GP version of the R56 Mini, it has an N18 engine, it has the aero kit that is essentially on this Mini, plus the extra parts that I have here. So this here is the brake duct. So this thing's nice, it's gloss red. It seems like it's painted. It's kind of a weird paint job, but on the outside at least, it looks pretty good. So this kit is from this is a JCW kit. This is a Mini authentic part. Fitment is going to be perfect because we're not dealing with aftermarket stuff. It comes in this kit, the brackets that we're going to need to install it up to the back part of the car. So there's gonna be two of them, one for the passenger side, one for the driver's side. Part numbers I'll have again in the description box, or you guys can purchase this entire thing as a kit. I bought this kit on ECS and it was a little bit cheaper than buying it at the dealership. I got a quote there, it was ridiculous. Trust me, don't go there. But this here is the diffuser that I'm talking about. So the diffuser sticks out, you tell me, that much. That distance there from the back of the bumper. The exhaust fits underneath here, and you've got these two Venturi tunnels underneath the car that act as diffusers. Now that right there, those three pieces are not everything to the kit. It comes with all the hardware that we're going to need to install it, and it also comes with two pieces that connect each lower part of the diffuser to the lower portion of the under tray of the car. So there's two pieces of plastic that run along the entire bottom side of the Mini, and it stops just about here, right before, let's say, the rear rotor. Now, there's two pieces of plastic that we have inside of here. They're OEM Mini pieces. Those pieces connect the rear portion of here, of the rear under tray, all the way to the back of diffuser that goes back there. The fender liner, that all stays the same. The fender flares, we can all keep the same. The rear bumper gets changed out with the other one, and this whole kit is a direct bolt-on. You guys thought we were done. We got more. So inside this box here, this is the front grille kit. So this technically is the brake duct kit that comes from ECS. It comes with the brake ducts themselves in black. I chose to buy the red ones in addition to this because I really like the red look. I've got the brakes going with it. I've got the mirror caps. I have the parts inside the headlight with a little bit of red and pepper white. So I wanted to continue that theme. So I'm gonna be using this grille here. As I mentioned earlier, there's that spot. These parts, these plastic pieces here, essentially connect from the front side of the engine, like in front of here, and it goes through this port inside the front crash bar. So once that's going to be installed, we're gonna be able to get the nice fresh air that's outside of the car. It's gonna go through here, and it's going to eventually cool down the braking assembly that we have inside the wheel well. So we're gonna be getting some good performance and aesthetic gains from this mod. I bet you guys weren't expecting that I was gonna buy another Mini. Probably not. But the parts that you guys see behind me, the ones that I went over, they're not going to be able to be installed until I get the front bumper back from getting fixed up. I wanna get that crack fixed up. And once I get it back, then they're all gonna be going on the car. So I've got the front brake duct kit, I have the new grille going on, I have the rear diffuser going in, and all three body panels on the outside of the car, so the bumper, side skirts, and rear bumper are all going on this Mini. So I'll probably have this car probably up and running before all those parts are back, but you know, you never know. I'm gonna be bringing the parts down to 242 Customs, their paint shop in Stony Creek. If you guys are local to me, you guys can find their contact down in the description box. I also have another part that they painted up for me this winter, and it's gonna be going on the Z sometime soon. So that's exciting. But if you guys have any other further questions, comment section's down there. If you guys wanna find all the parts that you guys have seen or any of the parts that you guys see on my Mini, you guys can find the full parts sheet in the description box of this video. It's completely updated as much as it can be. I have most of the parts on this car on that list. So if you guys are looking for anything, you guys can find it down there. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.